That's why when you're using the sponge, I want you to do just one small area on a wall and then come back to it, because there's a fine line as to how long do you leave it on to where you can just get it off with the sponge without using the scouring pad side. You know what I mean? Now this is just borderline. But now I know for the next wall, you know, to do it just a hair less. But if you do it a hair less, as you're taking it off with the big sponge, you have to be careful not to press your sponge too deep on the wall. You just want it flat. You don't want to try to put your finger right in and, you know, right in the grout line, right? So I'm rinsing that out with the clear water, the clean water. But the first go, I'll rinse it into a dirty container, and then the second go with the cleaner water. It just helps. It gets off more of the top surface of grout, okay? Now I'm just gonna, because I started, you know, down below, I'm just gonna continue doing this. When you look at the lines, they look actually really good, but in some certain areas you might look at it and then go across it, you know, one time with your sponge and think, oh, that looks a lot better. But like I said, you just don't want to do it too soon. Okay? This grout is just about right. If I saw a little area, I could kind of work it just a hair, or if I had to put just a little bit extra in or something. Let's see, right there, I see just a little bit on the outside. Oh, glad I caught that. There's another little spot. You get too many of those little spots once the grout dries. You don't want to see those types of imperfections on your wall, do you? I mean, worst case scenario, you could gouge a little bit out if you saw a part that you just can't live with, right? And then you can put another little bit of grout on. You know, when you get done, know that you're probably going to have another little bit of grout for touch-up. Before you get all done, I want you to look at this once it dries and make a determination if you like what you're seeing, because if you don't, now's the time that you can still work with the grout just a hair, you know, even the next day, and kind of scrape a little bit and clean a little bit, because the next step after that, once you take the haze off, then it's time to apply the 2 coats of sealer. And once you do the sealer, of course, that's it. What you see is what you get. You want to be darn sure that your grout lines are looking primo. Now you see why I put all the craft paper down? It's really protecting my project. Okay, every once in a while, change your water. I've already changed the water about 4 or 5 times, and it's time to do it again.